All right, you guys, welcome to today's video. In today's video, we are going to be performance testing and doing some gameplay on Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Now, I'm really excited to do this because I finally have my replacement machine and everything has been going pretty buttery smooth. So I'm really excited about that. And it is, if you're wondering about the specs, it's going to be an RTX 4090. And it's going to be a Ryzen 9 9900X chip. From my understanding, it's pretty comparable to what I had in the old system, which was one of those i9 processors. Is their latest and most powerful processor. Now, I also understand AMD and Ryzen actually have some better performance gaming CPUs. But in regards to getting the product warrantied out, this is the most similar spec chip that they had in regards to the warranty replacement. So I didn't want to come out of pocket for more money in order to get a better chip. We'll probably do that down the road, but for now, this is what we're doing the testing on. Now, as you can see here, we have not messed with any settings. This is straight out of the box, the way the game comes. And as you can see, we're getting about 40 frames right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go into the settings. And we're going to scroll over to video. And we are on a 4K OLED monitor, 240 hertz. So we want to make sure that, wow. So here's some of the options. And here you can see that you can actually have 1,000 frame per second limit. That's insane. We're just going to go ahead and bring that down. Actually, the monitor is set to 240, so let's not do anything more than that. Then we're going to turn motion blur all the way down. Chromatic aberration, we're going to turn that off. Sharpening, we'll leave it where it's at. We don't want any film grain. Depth of field, we'll leave that on. Now, in terms of graphics quality, as you can see, it's set to the highest max quality settings. This is insane, because usually it's like ultra and very ultra, and this one has supreme. So that's pretty wild. Down here, we're going to just leave all of this super high and see what we get. Well, we already know what we're getting. We're getting about 40 frames, as you can see in the top left-hand corner of the screen. And now here's what I find interesting. A couple of the videos that I've seen on the 4090 and when they're in there playing with the settings, I have not seen any ray tracing options for those guys that have put those videos up. I happen to have a ray tracing option here. I'm not sure why I have it and some of these other YouTubers don't on their particular systems. But as you can see, ray tracing, I'm almost positive this is why we're getting this is why we're getting the frames that we're getting, is because of ray tracing. But all this stuff is set to default. So I'm going to make a couple changes here. I'm going to, for the moment, let's just leave ray tracing on, because I already know that when you are, you give up frames. There's a trade-off, okay? You're always going to give up frames for ray tracing options. And so I can almost guarantee this is why the frames are so low at the moment. But let's make some changes down here. We're going to go ahead and use DLSS for obvious reasons. We'll put it to quality mode. We'll put frame generation on because typically that does give you a boost in your frames. Although I'm not seeing much of a change here. 46, yeah. 46 on or off. So let's go ahead and leave it on for the moment. And if you're using DLSS, you don't get the resolution scaling and static resolution scaling options. You're only going to get that if you have native TAA on. So, I'm sorry, native TAA, and then I think you got to turn frame generation off. No? Wait, hold on. There is... Hold on a second. I know there's an option to have that. Yeah, there it is, resolution scaling. So let's just fool around with native TAA at the moment. We'll turn that to dynamic because that's going to adjust the resolution based on the frame rate target. As you can see here, we have 240. We're not going to turn on any performance metrics because we already have an overlay happening now. And there's really not much of a change, right? With TAA. I mean, it's actually probably a little bit lower. So let's go ahead and go back into the settings. And let's do this. Let's just turn ray tracing down because even with the graphic quality so high, like it's not going to be enough of a trade-off. So let's go to ray tracing here. Let's turn it down a notch. See what happens. Boom. Look it, already in the left-hand corner, there's a frame jump, okay? Let's turn it down some more to its lowest settings. Another frame jump. Let's turn it all the way off. There we go. Look at the jump in the frames, you guys. That is wild, if you ask me. Like, it's such a huge trade-off. A huge trade-off. Now I get it. You know, it makes games visually, it looks better, but unfortunately, that's the trade-off. Now, for me, if I'm gaming on a PC, my minimum FPS is 120, without question. But let's go ahead and use DLSS. Let's also set the resolution scale to quality. Let's turn on frame generation. And let's see what we get here. Whew. So about 115. Vegetation looks pretty good, if I must say. Let's go ahead and go down the path a little bit. As you can see, this is the beginning of the game. I'm also going to do a little bit of gameplay as well. But man, for ray tracing being off, those shadows aren't terrible. And I think it's overboard if we're going to get like overly detailed with shadows and reflections. I mean, that's not typically what we see in the real world, but gosh. The game looks stunning already, even at 100 frames. So let's go down. Now, I want to mention one other thing. I was 3 years old when the first Indiana Jones movie came out in 1981. So I'm actually 46. I was born in 78, and man. This is just such a trip down memory lane. They even made another movie recently. I have not watched it yet, but I do have some memories of the first, the trilogy. But listen, I want to see if we can get some better frames here, because I am a little bit of a frame snob. So let's go ahead and go back down here. Edit brightness and HDR. I don't think we're going to mess with the HDR settings. We're going to leave it at what it is. But Supreme, let's just maybe tone this down just a smidget, okay? Let's go to Ultra. And let's just make this balanced. Let's see what happens. Well, a little bit of a jump. Nothing tremendous. How does the vegetation look? Because that's always the. I mean, yeah, it might have been dialed back just a smidget. Let's go back over here. Let's come down, and let's try to get the best of both worlds. Let's do this. Let's go to very ultra. Very ultra. That's hilarious. Let's keep that off. Let's go to quality. And let's keep frame generation on. I just feel like Let's go back up here a little bit. Yeah, a little over 100 FPS. Still getting some like light path tracing here from the sunlight. It's not as detailed, but you still get it. It's pretty solid. Alright, Indy. You can slide. I think it's a great idea to do this in first person for the record. But let's go back here. Let's just see if we can get a little bit more out of this game here. let's do this. Let's go to... Let's try native TAA, okay? Let's turn that on. Dynamic. And let's see what we get here. I mean, it's about the same as the LSS. Well, maybe. Anyways, let's continue.
Where are we going?
Oh, we're down to 60 frames. Maybe that's cutscene stuff. You guys, listen. This is actually directly from the first movie, Raiders of the Lost Ark. So is this fella right here on the right. The guy on the left right there, he's from the movie, The Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Senor,
That's hilarious.
Lobitos don't like intruders.
So, alright. Let's just go ahead and make some more changes here. Let's go back to the LSS. Let's go to balanced. And let's see what we get here. A little over 100. I mean, you still see the shadows. There's not as much detail. The environment looks fantastic. So, I mean, I think that's about the best we're going to get out of the game in terms of performance. I might continue to fool around with it a little bit later, but I don't want to spend too much time onto it. I want to go ahead and get into some gameplay here. And let's go ahead and see what the game looks like. But that cutscene, you guys, was straight from the Raiders of the Lost Ark, okay? If you're unfamiliar with it, go watch it. The movie's quite old. Yeah, we're getting it. It just kind of depends on the scene that... But it's buttery smooth. There's no screen tearing happening or anything like that. As you can tell by the the instructions there, I am using a PlayStation controller. I am also under the weather a little bit, so hopefully I don't sound too sick.
Poison is still fresh. 3 days. They're following us.
If they knew we were here, they would have killed us already.
It's too funny. So cutscenes are at 60 FPS, which I don't think is a big deal. Let's continue forward here. I think there was another path over here, but I don't think there was... Oh yeah, it just splits and reconnects here, so... Anyways, this game is looking fantastic. Listen, this character is from the Raiders of the Lost Ark. I'm not even joking. YouTube it. You don't have to go buy the movie or watch the movie. You could probably find the clip on YouTube. But all in all, this stuff is looking pretty good.
This is the jungle telling us to turn back. Go on, senor.
I like how you get, while it's a first-person game, you get a lot of, like, third-person animations whenever he's trying to, like, move things around. You're kind of getting, like, a third-person view there. 1936! I was not alive then. Uh-oh. R1. Oh, sheesh. Oh, they did such a good job. He looks just like Harrison Ford in that movie. He's all shook. Interesting.
It's up there, senor.
I'm pretty sure that that clip that we just saw, that little cutscene, is from the movie as well, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Oh, can I whip the cans? No? Oh, there we go. That's hilarious. Let's do a little exploring because, well, after all, this is Indiana Jones. And listen, before there was Uncharted and before there was Lara Croft Tomb Raider, there was Indiana Jones, folks, okay? Now, I'm sure some of you young folks are like, we do not care. But listen, you guys will all reference back to things like this when you're my age. So, all in all, it's looking pretty good. And one of the things with me, whenever I do my gameplay and walkthroughs, is you'll always be able to see the performance data up in the left.
This is...
One second here, I gotta pause it for a moment. Okay, sorry about that. I had to sneeze and I did not want to do it on the microphone. So I paused the recording real
This is
quick.
where Forrestal cashed in.
A friend of yours.
A competitor. He was good. He was very, very good.
Senor. Nobody has come out of there alive. Please.
That clip is from the movie too.
You first, senor.
I think we're totally paying homage to Raiders of the Lost Ark at the moment, you guys. You get this little blur or blue in the corners whenever you go into a crouched position. You can see the center dot in the screen as well. Oh, that fire looks a little glitchy. But that's probably the worst thing I've seen so far. This game is looking fantastic. Visually, it's really good as well. And in this particular tunnel, we've got a huge frame jump, you guys. We're up in the 140s. Actually, you know what? I think if I go full screen, I might get some better frames. Or not. Wait, did it just drop? It did. What am I doing? Let's try it again. Full screen. Full screen. Oh, wait, did it? Oh, I gotta apply the changes. Or not. Oh, gosh. Wait, let's go back and see. Well, 130. There was a little bit of a drop now, wasn't there? Windowed. Oh my god, look at the frame jump. Let's try that. Oh gosh, we don't want to do that. No, you guys can't see it, but I can see the... Like, it's like windowed like in Windows. We don't want that at all. We want the full screen. Yeah, 130, 130. Let's try one more thing here. Borderless windowed. Okay. I'm not sure there's much of a difference. I think it was just that particular area back there. Because look at the frames are going up right there. Yep. Alright, let's carry on. That is from the movie as well, you guys, okay? They're totally paying homage right now. I think that's awesome. He's got spiders on him too. Yep. Total.
Get these things off me.
Totally from the movie. That's how he removed the spiders in the movie too. That's funny. I just think that's cool as all hell.
Stop. Stay out of the light.
Now, in terms of the performance stuff that you're seeing in the top left-hand corner, I just want to make a quick mention that your average gamer, they really don't care about all the other data. They just want to see, like, you know, like they want the frame rates for the most part. And then secondly, I just threw GPU and CPU usage up there. It's kind of cool to know, like, you know, how hard the game is pushing your hardware. And for those reasons, I have that up there. But I don't care too much about all the other data. There's some guys out there putting that other data up there. You can go check those videos out. Sapito. Sapito. Relax.
You said he was very good.
It was. Just not good enough.
Are you?
Guess we'll find out.
What is this? What did I get myself into? Listen, that's all this stuff that's happening so far from when we started this game is straight from the beginning of Raiders of the Lost Ark. Whoa, that hurt.
Crazy, senor.
This looks like it was from the movie as well. Oh, yep, that happened in the movie too. For me, this is cool. I'm an old head, so I think it's cool when video games pay homage to movies, you know, whenever they're gonna kind of make a game after them. Because usually a lot of movies come from the popularity of the video games. It's not too often that we see games made after there's been some movies. It's usually the other way around. Like, same with like books.
Let us hurry. There is nothing to fear here.
That's what scares me.
Now the voice actor, I think it's the guy from The Last of Us is what I've heard. He's doing a fantastic job sounding like Harrison Ford in this movie. Yep, that's from the movie. Oh my god, this is great.
That did it.
Oh boy. Okay. All that's from the movie too, but I just don't remember. What are we doing here? Beautiful. Okay, I think these little markers, right? Like in the middle of the tile, there's that circle. I think we have to go to those and, you know, push down on those.
That's it.
Beautiful. See, there's another one right there where the little white dot is. We're gonna go there, push square. Push down on the left trigger. All right, one more. I think. Beautiful. Okay, that happened in the movie too. Everything that's happening so far is exactly what happened in the first movie. The beginning of the movie.
That's how it's done.
Yep, so I think in the movie they were trying to get that thing, basically. Let's just make sure there's nothing else here that we have to do. Because I'm kind of scared to walk up on it and get booby trapped. Get an arrow in my head, in the side of my neck. That would be bad. But I don't think I see anything else. So let's give it a try. Sandbag. Okay. Square. This is exactly what happened in the movie. This is crazy. Whoa! Don't pour it out. Yep, that's exactly what he did in the movie. That's from the movie. And I can only assume that ball's gonna come. Yep, yep. Yep, the arrows flying by, all that stuff. Oh boy.
Give me the whip.
Give me the whip.
Throw me the idol.
Throw me the idol. Here.
Give me the whip.
Give me the whip.
Adios, senor.
Sapito! Don't do me like that! Oh shit! Oh. Yep, this is exactly what happened in the movie. Yep. Looks familiar. Totally looks like Harrison Ford, but we all know that already. Oh, Sapito! That happened to him in the movie too. This is
Sapito.
crazy. It's so crazy.
American. Sullivan American.
Man, I knew 10 years. I learned to hate you in the last 10 years.
Yeah, there's that ball.
Well, where the hell were you? Damn it, don't you leave me down here by myself!
What happened? Oh, I thought I died. I thought I did something to die.
Marcus.
What's that exit? What is that? Like a labyrinth.
The Lone Explorer.
Lightweight.
Lightweight. Can't handle the liquor.
The devil.
I'm just gonna. Oh no, I can't do it. Marshall College. So after that scene, it kind of not everywhere. Yeah. After that scene in the wow, look at the frame rate. We're up in the 160s now, you guys.
Kids.
So that one area just must have been super
Someone's
demanding
been expelled tonight.
with the outdoor environment in that jungle, because we're getting some insane frame rates right now. And the shadow quality looks solid. You know, you can see the wood blinds right there. I mean, this game looks great. I don't see any screen tearing. 160, wow. So this is probably how I'd play this game. I don't think I would use ray tracing at all. Well, I know that's how I'd play this game. But okay, this is where we started. Now, I think the homage to the movie has stopped because it continues in a different manner in the movie. I think this is where the video game is going to become its own. Let's just see if we can go in these doors. Nope. Oh, wow. Interesting. So, listen, for this not being a dedicated gaming GPU, or I'm sorry, CPU, the Ryzen 9 9900X, it is holding up like way beyond my expectations. There's a lot of YouTubers out there saying that this chip isn't for gaming, it's more for like productivity. But I'm getting 150 frames, you guys. I am not one bit upset.
Those are big footprints.
So I guess we gotta follow the footprints, huh? Yep. Yeah, so whenever I play games on PC and I do my gameplay and walkthrough, you guys will get that performance data up in the left-hand corner. That will always be there. I hear voices this way, but I kind of want to go this way. The funniest thing about being in first person is when you slide, you can like that, you can see your legs. That's hilarious. We see that third person animation a lot
Vagrant.
in video games, but not very rarely do we. Oh, I guess maybe Call of Duty, but you guys will have to let me know. Let me know in the comments. That sliding animation, do we see it mostly in third person or first person in video games? Been leaning a little bit left, but I don't think I need to. The mic is pretty solid. Alright, we got a map that guides you to your next objective. Okay. So we do gotta go that way. Oh my god, like look at the stone on those beams right there. You can see like the little reflection from the light. It's this, even with ray tracing off, like I'm not upset about what I'm seeing here. Look at the moonlight, the way it's separating from the squares in the window there. Like it's probably gonna be better with ray tracing on, but that's nothing to complain about. That's wild. So other than that little bit of fire from when we were in that tunnel, that fire looked a little janky, but everything else in this game is really good visually. Like you can see a little flickering with these shadows, but we do not care. I thought he was floating for a second.
All right, pal. You can't sleep here.
He looks freaky.
Who the hell are you?
And he's ginormous. Oh!
Right.
He punched a man with glasses on.
You asked for it.
Whatever you're up to, pal. Head in.
Oh my god, I went flying. Come on, buddy. Put him up. Oh. Oh, how do I dodge? Oh, got me by the throat. Indy's
The best you got? Homunculus, non comtace.
the small man never shuts up. Indy's about to die and the game just started. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Wake up, Indy.
Indiana? I'd wondered where you'd got to. What happened?
Where did he go?
Who?
The giant.
I
giant?
didn't see any giant.
I caught someone breaking into the museum. He was tall. He took something.
Well, did you see his face?
Scarred. Dark skin. He spoke some form of Latin.
Latin? Well, that is a novelty.
Come on, Marcus. We need to find out what he took.
Yes, righto.
The voice actor, he's doing such a good job sounding like Harrison Ford.
Is there anything missing?
Let's have a look.
Listen, you guys, I think that's a great place to end our initial impressions and performance testing of this game.
Look at this mess.
I'm very excited to play this. And I'm going to do a gameplay all the way through until the end. I've been waiting for a big blockbuster game to drop like this so I could actually do it,
That piece
because
came from this display.
since I started putting videos up, I've mostly just been doing like PlayStation 5 Pro enhanced games and whatnot. So if you're interested in that stuff, check out the channel. But this is gonna be my first run through on PC. Since the other PC broke. On that game, I did do a run through on Jedi Survivor. It was a lot of fun. It looked really good. And that PC was a problem for the start. But anyways, we're going to wrap it up here. Let me know if you have any questions. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Exhibits are all over the